Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature 30 Minutes. I am Nwabweze Njoko. In the headlines, El Zakzaki's wife tests positive to COVID-19 in prison. Federal government launches 900 million naira e-ticketing platform for Abuja Kaduna Railway. Protesters storm Ebonyi court over judge's recusal from PDP case. Now, for the details. The Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Universities, NASU, and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SSANU, says it will embark on a 14 days warning strike if government fails to honor the promise it made to it in 2020, October. The unions made the announcement on Friday at press briefing. The spokesperson of the committee, Comrade Peter Adeyemi, said that the union signed a memorandum of understanding with the federal government over issues bordering on the welfare and funding of the university system, but that the government was yet to deliver on the agreement. Adeyemi said that out of the 7 issues affecting the unions, only one has been partially addressed by the federal government. He further stated that the unions embarked on a national protest last week to call the attention of the government and the relevant stakeholders to the growing industrial tensions in the university with a view to seeking corrections. The union said the protest was to create awareness on the unhealthy and poor state of affairs in the university system and the failure of the government to respect collective bargaining entered into with the unions. The union spokesperson said that the issues were inability of the government to pay allowances of its members, non-payment or retirement pensions of its members, and poor funding of state universities, among others. The union decried the level of irregularity surrounding the IPPIS, noting that some of its members have not been paid salaries since their enrollment. They therefore decided to discontinue with the payment platform since government has not dealt with the irregularities, adding that the unions have developed a new payment platform. Adeyemi, who said that the Integrated Personnel and Payment Information System, IPPS, had no adequate forensic audit report guiding the payment to know what is due to be paid to any staff of the association. And he said government should pay all arrears owed to its members. The union said it had given government 2 weeks ultimatum starting from the 22nd of January to address the issues. The union said that at the end of the 2 weeks warning, if government fails to honor the memorandum of understanding it had entered into with the union will go on to a fully fledged nationwide strike with effect from Friday, the 5th of February 2021. Zainat, the wife of embattled leader of the Islamic movement in Nigeria, Sheikh Ibrahim El Zakzaki, has reportedly contracted COVID-19 at a correctional center in Kaduna State. The spokesperson of the Islamic movement, Ibrahim Musa, confirmed the news on Thursday. He said Zainat tested positive for COVID-19 a second time on January 2021. Musa therefore appealed to the authorities of the Nigerian Correctional Service to allow Zakzaki's wife to seek proper medical treatment in line with COVID-19 protocols. His appeal comes less than a week after members of the movement renewed their demand for the release of their leader, his wife, and other members of the group still in detention. El Zakzaki was arrested in 2015 and is being tried by the Kaduna State government over allegations of culpable homicide unlawful assembly, disruption of the public peace, and criminal conspiracy, among others. Scores of protesters on Thursday stormed the Abakaliki High Court complex to kick against the judge's recusal from the suit on the dissolution of the caretaker committee of the Ebonyi State People's Democratic Party, PDP. They marched through the major roads in Abakaliki metropolis, chanting war songs before heading for the court complex at about 4 p.m. to register their displeasure over the development. One of the protesters, who spoke to journalists on condition of anonymity, said they were not comfortable with the decision by Justice Vincent Wancho to recuse himself from the matter. A judiciary staff who identified himself simply as Cletus said it took the intervention of security personnel to stop the protesters from gaining access into the court complex. The plaintiffs had gone to court to challenge the dissolution of the appointment or the dissolution and appointment of Chief Fred Udagom by the National Working Committee of the party to replace him. The judge on Wednesday announced his withdrawal from entertaining the matter following an application by counsel for the party, Moody N900, demanding he recuse himself, and N900 had alleged that his client would not get fair hearing should Wancho continue to preside over the case. Now, by his recusal, Wancho became the third judge in a row to recuse themselves from entertaining the suit. The Kano State Assembly has announced the postponement of its resumption until further notice in compliance with the stay-at-home order by the state government. The Speaker, Hamisu Ibrahim Chindari, made the announcement in a statement issued to newsmen on Friday in Kano. The House of Assembly had earlier scheduled to resume on January 25th. Now, according to Ibrahim Chindari, the lawmakers will comply with the directive in support of the state government in its efforts towards preventing the spread of the coronavirus. He appealed to Kano State residents to always adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols as directed by experts, and to keep supporting the government in preventing the spread of the virus. The Alaafin of Oyo Oba Lamidi Adeyemi III on Wednesday alerted President Muhammadu Buhari to growing feeling of frustration, disappointment, and despondency among Yoruba people caused by the nefarious activities of Fulani herdsmen, bandits, and kidnappers, which, if not immediately addressed, could lead to either serious national catastrophe and security challenges. The revered monarch, in an open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari, lamented the security situation in the country, especially in the southwest geopolitical zone, as well as Yoruba-speaking areas of Kwara, Kogi, and Edo states. He blamed the situation on incessant menace of Fulani herdsmen who have laid siege to almost all highways in Yoruba land. The monarch alleged perpetration of all forms of assault on Yoruba people, including raping of their women and in some occasions in the presence of their husbands. Alaafin of Oyo said Yoruba leaders were worried by the audacity of the herdsmen, kidnappers, and bandits to perpetrate their illegal acts in broad daylight on the usually busy highways without any security agencies being able to do anything. Oba Adeyemi said, in the face of the apparent helplessness of the security agencies, President Muhammadu Buhari should answer the question on the lips of most Nigerians: where do we go from here? 13 people have been reportedly killed and 70 others injured as a result of a road accident along the Kelta-Dankama Road in Katsina State. An eyewitness explained that a truck that conveyed victims left Dankama town on Thursday night for Lagos State, with most of the passengers from Niger Republic. The eyewitness disclosed that other victims who sustained various degrees of injury have been taken to various hospitals in the state. He also noted that 70 sheep were killed in the accident. And meanwhile, a delegation for the Katsina state government has been sent to attend the funeral prayers of the deceased at Dantakun graveyard in Katsina metropolis, after which funeral prayers led by Imam Yahaya were conducted. The Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, says the federal government's plan of public asset sale will benefit Nigerians and help boost the economy. In an interview with newsmen on Friday, Ahmed, who is also the Minister of Budget and National Planning, said some government assets are currently moribund and provide little or no value to Nigerians in their current state. Ahmed had on January the 12th revealed the government's plan to sell public assets to partly finance the 13.58 trillion naira 2021 budget. On Friday, Ahmed stressed that the intention was not just funding the budget, but to reactivate those assets and hand them over and have them bring contributions to the growth in the economy. The Debt Management Office says the federal government's bonds for January worth 150 billion naira, which were auctioned on Wednesday, were oversubscribed by 88.28 billion naira. The total subscription received from investors for the bonds was 238.28 billion naira, comprising of 99.84 billion naira for 16.2884% federal government March 2027 bond, 106.37 billion for 12.5% FGN March 2035 bond, and 40.07 for 9.8 FGN July 2045 bond. The Nigerian Railway Corporation has announced the launch of a 900 million naira e-ticketing platform. According to the Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi, the e-ticketing platform was another milestone for the corporation, the Federal Ministry of Transportation, and the federal government. The minister stated this while speaking at the launch of the e-ticketing in Abuja on Thursday. According to Rotimi Amechi, the public-private partnership project is a product of over 3 years of rigorous procurement process and due diligence involving the Railway Corporation, the National Information Technology Development Agency, and finally obtaining approval from the Federal Executive Council. He said the automation of ticket sales in all major stations on the Abuja Kaduna train services begins this Thursday, and is a total package that also includes access control, which will be subsequently deployed. The bears dominated the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange at the close of business on Friday. There were 20 gainers and 24 losers. Consequently, the equity capitalization shed 50.825 billion naira, a fall from 21.499 billion naira traded on Thursday to 21.448 billion on Friday. The all-share index also fell from 41,001.9 million points from 41.99.15, a 0.24% decline. The number of shares that were traded on the floor of the Nigerian exchange was 591.459, valued at 5.72 billion naira. Livestock Feeds PLC, Mutual Benefit Assurance PLC, Cornerstone Insurance PLC, and Nigerian PLC shared 10% of their share prices to dominate the losers chart. Cochex was the most gainer among other 20 gainers on the floor. Now, on the performance side, Transcorp and Zenith stocks were the most traded. Transcorp PLC traded 169.275 million shares in a 493 deals, and Zenith traded 25.712 million shares in a 375 deals. Now, Spanish soccer giants Real Madrid announced in a statement on Friday that manager Zinedine Zidane has tested positive for COVID-19. The club did not provide any further details. The Frenchman was present on the touchline as Real fell to humiliating defeat to third division club Aleyano in the Spanish Copa del Rey on Wednesday. Zidane guided Real to their first La Liga title in 3 years last season, after having previously led them to 3 consecutive UEFA Champions League successes in 2016, 2017, and 2018, and 1 league title in 2017, among others. In his first spell in charge, Real currently sits second in the league, 7 points behind a local rivals Atletico Madrid after playing the same number of games. Now, having played a game more, the team is scheduled to play Alaves away to La Liga on Saturday. Now, before we end this bulletin, the headlines again. El Zakzaki's wife tests positive to COVID-19 in prison. Federal government launches 900 million naira e-ticketing platform for Abuja Kaduna Railway. And protesters storm Ebonyi court over judge's recusal from PDP case. Now please stay safe, wear a mask, maintain physical and social distance while going about your daily activities. Now, on behalf of my producer, Damilola Abudu, I want to thank you for watching. I am Wabuzen Joko. Good evening.